Hey guys, welcome back to another Watch This video. I'll be going over some names I'm currently looking at for the next upcoming weeks. Yes, weeks. This is now more of a short-term play because we have FOMC this upcoming Wednesday. So I don't expect these plays to play out right away. But these are the names I'm currently looking at, and I have my levels on lockdown just in case it does play out. So yeah, let's get right to it. So first off is going to be NVDA. So right now, the NVIDIA has been consolidating for over 2 weeks in this range between 180 to 185. And really, my play for NVIDIA is just wait until price breaks above 185. So if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're starting to see price respect this lower trend line, and we're kind of seeing price get really tight or essentially just getting coiled up for a potential breakout above 185. So really, I'm just gonna wait until price breaks above 185 to see it move back up to 195 or even $200. And yeah, that's what I'm currently looking at. I could care less what happens below 185. I've been also mentioning that 180 is also a level to look out for a support level, and that's what I've been playing. But as of right now, I already played that move last week, and I'm just gonna just wait until I see a price break above 185. We're seeing price getting pinned down between the 21 and the daily ADMA. So again, just wait above 185, and we can see it move back up to 195 or even 200. And I mentioned this in the Discord, really above, what's it called? Above 185, above $200, I do think you could see a bigger breakout to even 220. And yeah, that's what I'm currently looking at for NVIDIA. And again, above 185 is the real play for me. I could care less what happens. And again, if let's say this trend line does break down and we see NVIDIA head down lower, we could see it break down. Below 177, 174 is also support. And really below 174, you could potentially see a breakdown all the way down to 163, which is a prior support level on the weekly time frame. So definitely keep an eye on that. And again, below 163, we could even retest 150. So yeah, that is what I'm currently looking at. And again, the real play for me is above 185 for a breakout. And the next play is gonna be Meta. All right, so anyone that's been in the Discord, or there's honestly a few of you guys, but anyways, I literally bought Meta shares here around 589, I believe, literally close to the bottom, literally the bottom actually. So we bought here on the monthly time frame, which was that 21 EMA, and right now we're actually seeing that play out, and we're seeing that higher low being established on the weekly time frame. So we have our higher low here, and we're forming that possible higher low right here as well. And so what I've mentioned in the Discord is that 680 is going to be a very hard level to break. So what I'm currently looking at is break above 680 to see a full reversal and possible bottom for Meta. But again, 680 is a tough level, and why is that? It's because that weekly 21 EMA is right there, and we also have that monthly that monthly 8 EMA obviously on the monthly time frame. So again, and you also have that daily gap resistance right here, which was around 680 as well. So again, break above 680 to see it move back up to 740, and that is what I'm currently looking at. And again, for short-term traders, I guess is you could use that gap support on the daily time frame as a support level. And again, you guys could even use that as your guys' pivot level for momentum, really, because you kind of don't want to see this gap. You could obviously to see that higher low being established, but sometimes when I see that gap, I kind of just want to see a gap and go, where I would rather see price kind of consolidate in this previous gap before we eventually break up higher. So that's what I'm currently looking at for Meta. Again, if you guys missed the move down here, maybe we just wait until price breaks above 680, or you could literally just potentially wait for if price does break down after FOMC, maybe see what happens if price does retest this lower trend line on the daily or weekly time frame. And yeah, so that is what I'm currently looking at for Meta. Just literally wait above 680, and you guys can see that play out for Meta. And yeah, so above 680, we see a breakout to 740. Obviously, to fill that gap on the daily time frame. So really, I'm just waiting patiently And again, I was a buy here, so I am chilling whatever happens with Meta, to be honest. And my stop loss is roughly 580, 590 on the daily or even the weekly time frame. And yeah, that is it for Meta. So really just wait above 680 for a potential breakout back up to 740. And the next one is going to be Amazon. So okay, so Amazon's gonna be a pain in the ass because we could obviously see price has been just consolidating in this massive range on the daily time frame. So what I'm really just waiting on for Amazon is break back above roughly 737 or 242 on the daily or even the weekly time frame. Obviously, the higher the time frame, the better the play. So what I'm really just waiting on is if price could break back above 237, we could see a move. If you want, sorry. I do like 237 as a resistance level, but you obviously have that resistance level at 242. So if you really want to be patient, is just wait above 242 to see a continuation back up to previous highs, which is 259, 260. And that is what I'm really doing. This is all noise for me. Obviously, this is just a play for the upside for Amazon. So I'm going to just, like I said, just wait patiently. But until I see that breakout above 237, 242, that's what I'll be paying attention to for Amazon. Because if we look here on the weekly time frame, we could kind of see this, this retest back down to this previous range. So if we do manage to hold above and break above 242, we could see that breakout to 250, 259, 260, and eventually just honestly continue on higher for Amazon. So yeah, that is it this is kind of a medium term play because obviously we're at 230. So we're really gonna have to pump up roughly 5%. So definitely just more of a patient play for Amazon, but definitely gonna have an eye on it above 242 for more upside. And the next play is going to be Tesla. And I made it a lot clearer on the daily. I used to have so many fucking lines here, but obviously took them out. And let me put them back on because to show a better picture. Let's see. Sorry, one sec. Sorry. All right. So again, I haven't really done my analysis, but so for Tesla, what I'm really looking at, again, this is like the same thing for Amazon. It's literally just a medium to long term play, or what I'm really looking at is price has been consolidating for this massive range for let's see, for 120 days, roughly 120 days, which is massive, right? So what I'm currently looking at is if I see Tesla break above 460, I think it opens the doors up to even 490. But really, my big long-term play is roughly $700 for Tesla. And I've been telling this to my Discord group that I've been seeing reasonable size, a big size call wall at 550 for Tesla. So again, if we see this multi-week consolidation breakout happen with Tesla, I do think we could see a mega bull run for Tesla in these upcoming months. One second. My bad. My TV just went off randomly. But so really what I'm just paying attention to for Tesla is a break above 460 to see a move back up to previous all-time highs, which is 480. But really above 460, like I said in the past, is I'm gonna pretty much note down mentally that we could see a mega bull run for for Tesla. And the longer the consolidation, the more of a bigger breakout that could happen. So definitely have my eye on Tesla above 460, 487 for literally a breakout to 550. But really my main target is $700. So obviously this is not gonna happen in 1 week, 1 month. But this is more of a long-term play for Tesla. And yeah, that is what I'm currently looking at for Tesla. Just wait to see price break above um, literally 460 or even 460. And my support levels for Tesla is 440, 420. I know 420 is one of them, and $400 for Tesla. And yeah, that is it for my play for Tesla. Just keep an eye on it above 460. And yeah, that is what I'm currently looking at for Tesla. Moving on to the next name, which is PLTR. Okay, so for PLTR, this game plan is pretty simple. Is above 185, we could see a breakout back up to 1205. And again, this price is just stuck in this range. And we also have here that price did form a higher low on the weekly time frame, which is a great sign for bulls. So really, if we manage to break above 185 on the daily or even on the weekly time frame, we could see price break up to 205, which is a prior all-time high. So definitely keep an eye on PLTR. And again, look at the previous resistance on this name at 185. So really, I expect sellers to pop up here, but if not, really, I do think we could see a continuation back up to previous all-time highs at 205. And that is it for PLTR. The next name is going to be JP Morgan. So JP Morgan on the weekly time frame, you see a better picture here. We're starting to see a clearer base here, and what this means is price is kind of getting pretty tight, and now we're approaching this prior resistance. So really, what I'm looking out for JP Morgan is break above 315. Oops, oh my God. Break above 315, 316 to see it move back up to 332 on the daily or weekly time frame. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I could care less what happens below 315. The bottom of the range is roughly $300, or even if you guys want to play more safe, is to buy. If you guys do want to manage, I guess buy is 295, 296. But again, I got my eye on it. If price does break above these highs, to see it break out, consolidation breakout higher to roughly 332 on the weekly time frame. So again, break above 316, 315 to see move back up to 330. Breakout to 332, and maybe look out for this previous high, which could act as a resistance at 321. And yeah, that is my play for JP Morgan. And the next one is going to be financial ETF, XLF. So again, roughly, like I said, if we see a breakout on JP Morgan, right, because we're starting to see that that could take place, is we're kind of seeing that with the ETF with XLF. We're seeing price kind of consolidate here and respecting this channel here on the daily time frame. And if we look at the weekly time frame, you're kind of forming this like the same thing in a base here. So what I'm really looking out for is if we see this ETF break out to above $54, roughly 54.17, we could see it break out to $56, which is roughly a 4% move. And I would just definitely keep an eye on it. Again, we're at resistance, but if I see price break above this supply zone, we could see it break out to $56, and that could happen if JP Morgan does manage to break out, and we could see this ETF break out of its range and head up higher, roughly to $56. And we've seen this similar consolidation around here too, and and here as well, and yeah, and even here as well too. So definitely keep an eye on this this serious long consolidation for XLF. But that's what I'm currently looking at for XLF, and we're gonna move on to the next name, which is UNH. So this is the last name what I'm currently looking at for the medium term or even long term. Is definitely keep an eye on it. So UNH is forming. So sorry, let me restart. So right now, I mentioned these levels in the past in my Discord. Is 314, 307 is gonna be a very important level for UNH. It was a prior support, even demand box in the past. So we have here, we're starting to see. Price respect its resistance. So we see that right here. We see resistance and we're seeing here resistance here as well. And now we're seeing that price is respecting that support level, which was a prior resistance level. So we did manage to hold here, and now we're kind of seeing on the 4-hour time frame is a potential inverse head and shoulders. So if we look here, we have our left shoulder here, we have the head here, and we have the right shoulder here. So what I'm really looking at for UNH is break above 340. So I have an alert. I'll put alert right here, and definitely just watch an eye on it. So above 340 for UNH, we could see that a reversal take place in UNH in the short term. So 340, above 340, we could see it move back up to 352, and the next one is 362, and roughly again after that 362 is 377. But I've mentioned this in my Discord is I do think since price is forming a higher low on the weekly time frame, and let me look at the volume real quick. We're seeing some flow take place right here too. So all I'm going to do is wait until price breaks above 340. You see that weekly 80 MA, 21 EMA right there as well. So that is why price is getting pinned down right here as well. So if we do see that breakout above 340, I do think you could see a short-term or even a medium-term bottom in UNH and see a move back up to 377. And really above 377, you could see price headed back up to Valhalla. And if you don't know what Valhalla means, it's like a Viking version of heaven. So really above 377, you could see UNH climb up to even, which is crazy to say, is roughly 490. That's such a huge target, but it's definitely possible since price literally sold off, not a lot of liquidity here, literally not a lot of support since price just completely melted. So definitely keep an eye on UNH above 377. But again, let's just focus on the short term, which is 340. So again, above 340, definitely watch a breakout. A potential breakout to 352. And again, if you guys use the daily 8 and 21 EMA as your guys' as a buy signal, it's about cross on the daily as well. So yeah, guys, that is it for my analysis. Hope you guys like it. Leave a like and comment to show some support, and see you guys next time. And peace.